Oh my god, the torrents, not the torrents. All right, anyway. Let's get going.
I was gonna say not even Edge. Explorer. Oh no.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Smudcast number 633. Can you separate art from the artist? A historical diatribe. Cool. Interesting title. This is from Nuxanor. I don't know what that...
Nuxanor.
Okay, whatever.
Nuxanor.
And
Nux.
From the image on screen, what is he called again? VTuber?
Yeah. VTuber. Cringe. Yes.
Okay, I have no idea who this guy is, what he does. Is he into anime? Is he into video games? I don't know. Probably everything. I'm going with that. But it's only...
The only thing I've seen this guy in is like for a clip of him being on a stream with Mudahar and the Actman ones.
Really?
Who are those people?
That's it.
All right.
I know the angry video game nerd. I can see that like from this frame that like we paused on is that like he just can't chroma key the green screen behind him.
That's what he's looking at.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, maybe it's part of the joke.
Well, we don't have to quote Death of the Author or any other storybooks that relate to disconnecting the audience from the critic, or sorry, from the writer or the creator.
Yeah. Like
oh God, it's this guy.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
The page just loaded, and oh God, you don't want to know the backstory. This is
he's Canadian. Oh my God.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry, Smud.
It's not exactly the same backstory, but I'd say it's the same level as the level of bad as Neuralities. just male.
Wait, Neuralities? That's
Neuralities? Come on, no way.
Yeah, that's very unique. Neuralities is a special case. So.
This guy is bad juju.
All right, well, it's only 8 minutes. It won't take that long. So, anyway, we're all watched together. The volume looks good. Does he have...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's fine. We're good. Let's get going.
Guys, before getting into the really important video, this here is an image in 4K of J.K. Rowling resisting the urge to name a Japanese exchange student Hiroshima.
What?
No, guys, I'm kidding. This is actually a 4K video of J.K. Rowling holding herself back from calling an American exchange student Huckleberry McRib. Okay, no, guys,
is this supposed to be funny?
That was a joke. This is a picture of...
Do people laugh at this?
Yeah, apparently so. Like, he has 600k subs. And how many views on this video?
42,000 came out 20th of February, so...
God, this is so awful. Yeah.
Yep, there are people with that type of humor.
All
but
right.
the thing, he is pointing at something that people only seem to have noticed since the Wizard game, and that is J.K. Rowling's naming conventions being silly.
No, really?
Like for 20 years, they haven't noticed it. Which tells me that the people complaining about the Wizard game never read Harry Potter, or they would know that the characters have stupid names.
Are they as dumb as George Lucas's, or what? Their own version of dumb? What?
Well, it's all this slightly insulting pun stuff.
As names, like the names of people.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that could be funny. The Brits do have a way with words, and naming is one of them, so puns are a thing. But
Biggest dickus?
that's American, but it's...
No, Monty Python is not American.
Wasn't that...
No, that was Monty Python.
That wasn't Monty Python, was it?
Life of Brian is Monty Python, yeah.
I thought that was...
No, that was not a history of the world. That was not Mel Brooks.
I thought it was Mel Brooks.
I'm pretty sure it was Monty Python.
All right, never mind. Anyway, not important. Let's get back to this guy, because his lip syncing is garbage. So.
Of J.K. Rowling holding herself back from calling a Chinese student Cho Chang.
Okay, we get it.
Oh, she did that. Anyway, let's move on. It's a good thing I'm not bringing your attention to Sheamus Finnegan, the Irish student that blows stuff up all the time. All right.
Why is that funny?
Important analysis video, okay?
Because
let's stop.
Hey.
There were things in Ireland with blowing up cars and stuff.
Yes,
the IRA. What Mark just said.
That's 90s, I believe, or 80s.
Yes. That's when she wrote the books.
That's a joke.
Whatever. Okay. I was hoping for some.
That means you know what to expect when there's an Arab student
in Ireland.
No, in Hogwarts. Then must also be some sort of Allahu Akbar name.
Okay, interesting.
Infidels.
I'm curious why his mask is just reminiscent of his face. I don't understand that, but okay, whatever.
Well, he can't face himself. This is his shadow self, you see.
Oh dear.
Okay, never mind.
Stop. At least we survived for naming a homosexual character Sergei Lovecock. So, everything's a win. Everything at this point is just a win, alright? Hey guys, what are you talking about?
What?
It's me, I'm
Get
from
on with it.
Australia. My name is Kangaroo, Spider Venom. I'm just a simple simple student from Australia. Not to be confused with my friend over there from the Islamic...
Just 7 minutes left of this?
Okay.
How am I gonna survive?
It's a serious video, and I wanted to start it with a light-hearted note. Now, a lot of you guys cancel me for that. And
Yeah, good job there, Chief.
Thank you for the brief promotion. I mean, canceling Hogwarts Legacy made it like the biggest game of all time. So, I mean, is all publicity good publicity? In all honesty, there has been a massive debate online over the last little while, and I needed to start this in a light-hearted tone to let you know that this is kind of a safe...
This is what he calls lighthearted?
I don't think.
And this is supposed to be a safe space. I'm already trying to kill myself after hearing those jokes.
Yeah,
and I'm not even transsexual.
Did he say safe space?
I could rewind it. I don't really care.
He was about to say it. Yes.
Oh.
Anyway, there's no debate. It's just a bunch of people on Twitter. There's no actual argument. It's a good game. People like it. People buy it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
My take before getting into any of the nitty gritty. Don't hurry. If you're just doing something to provoke a response, to get yourself clout...
Oh, you mean like you? No, every publicity is good publicity. What's your argument, buddy? What not? Are you just contradicting your opinion in the past 30 seconds?
I'm already offended by this horrible taste in humor. It's just no. This is like worse than genocide itself. I can't bear this.
This is all the things we dislike about the youth of today.
Yes, it's like all the wrongs of the Zoomers embodied into one person.
This weird looking avatar, so he's hiding behind anonymity or whatever the crap this is supposed to be.
And he's also Canadian. Sorry, Smart.
Yeah, no, we're not all retards, but this is dumb. This is jeez.
This bad is not a good ambassador for Canada.
Yeah, don't invest in Canada, guys. The TSX is not worth your time. Anyway,
either hating on it or whether...
Why do you put transphobe over it? It's the one thing she is actually not guilty of.
It's the Babylon Bee article.
That's good.
Yeah, did Babylon Bee put that over the title?
Well, I'm sure
probably. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't think so.
If you could put a parody thing, then that's fine. But it sort of loses its appeal or loses its power if you put a parody logo. Whatever you're trying to say.
Whether you're buying extra copies of it just to flex on the people I hate it, you're both idiots. A lot of incredibly...
Why? You're buying a product everyone wants.
No, but is he gonna bring Lovecraft into this? No, I had enough of this man already.
and again, like I said before we started, it's like that specific point is invalidated by the fact that it's a good game that don't care for no agenda.
Yeah, this is the same argument.
Absolutely, yeah.
This is the same argument with statues that being torn down. Oh my God, people during a certain period of time were around the slave trade, therefore they're slavers.
Yeah, so that's how we learn.
Let's destroy all statues of General Lee because he was such an awful, awful man. We cannot learn any history from that.
Yeah, if you actually...
history that is not socialist must not exist. Simple as that. Just like Islam.
I can't remember who said it during the stream before, but they talked about how Lovecraft was very shy, and he wrote a lot of letters, and he wrote like hundreds of thousands of letters to people, and only a few of them recovered, but he was very kind, he was very open, he had friends that had different opinions than he had. So if you can tolerate other people through letters and be cordial, that's a pretty good sign, regardless of whatever his beliefs were. And his mark on the world is not, how racist or whatever. People call him a fascist and all this other nonsense. It's like, okay, fine. Maybe he actually was those things. I don't know. His mark on the world.
We have dug into this. Lovecraft was not. If you dig into Lovecraft's background, the stuff doesn't hold that he's accused of.
Everyone is accusing everyone of being this or that. And to me, it doesn't bother me, because if you had like the worst, let's say Michelangelo was a womanizer, he hated his family, blah blah blah. I really don't care. I really don't care him as a person. It has nothing to do with how we think of his artwork. That's
what separating art from artists is all about.
Yeah, like with Picasso, I'm sure he was a horrible person to a lot of the women in his life, but he was a genius for what we care about, which is his artwork. So let's judge him for what he did for the greatest amount of people. Okay.
Influential works over the last many years have been made by bad people. A lot of very, very popular media franchises that are beloved by so many, well, their creators are not necessarily beloved so many. I wanted to talk about art versus the artist, and I would really appreciate if you shared this video, if not for just the first 90 seconds of the video alone, which are absolutely hilarious, and you should subscribe for more level-headed takes. But I've been asked forever about my stance on this sort of thing.
What is this? Is this his Twitter or someone else?
This has to be someone else.
No ethical consumption under capitalism. What? Means don't beat yourself up over impossible or forced choices or believe you can make systemic changes. What? Through individual decisions. Not make the absolute worst choices you can because chicken nugs.
What does that mean?
What did I even read?
What does no ethical consumption or capitalism mean? You mean I can't buy bread unless I'm hurting someone?
I think, yeah. Because someone along the line of production was exploited.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You mean his time was worth more than the money he wanted to trim the wheat?
Yeah, and that buying a certain product is going to hurt people that don't even know that you bought the product, or that... Like the Hogwarts Legacy thing.
Let me play this sad song on the tiniest violin.
Yeah, let's just say the word China and realize everything you have in your home is from probably that country.
Yeah, and don't forget that all of these wannabe commies that ruin everything for us right now are the same people that say this while having Apple products.
Yeah, let's not get into that anyway. If he entertains people like this, good for him, but I'd be laughing if I saw this on my Twitter. So anyway.
The irony here is that this Twitter account is called or has in its account name TLDR. This tweet does not read like a TLDR, but like a how do I screw your brain until you're so confused you don't know where you are anymore.
And buying fresh produce is going to make systemic changes or some nonsense because you went to a corner store as opposed to Walmart or something.
You know, the short answer to all the people who don't like the Wizard game is, or don't like J.K. Rowling, is simply, it's not made for you. Well, they love saying that, so we should just use it against them.
I still get annoyed when people bring up J.K. Rowling because I have not seen one thing she's done or said that is racist, transphobic, whatever the list of things.
Of course not, because she hasn't.
Yeah,
it's just that they slam that onto her because she dares acknowledge biological sex being real, which is scientific truth. You know, the science agrees. The science is in.
Yeah, well, I do dislike her because of her stupid retcons after the fact.
That was her trying to appeal to the very mob that's now trying to flay her corpse while she's still alive.
Yeah, it's one thing to be like George Lucas and say, I want to do this next with Star Wars, even though when you don't own it. So it's like, yeah, you can say whatever you like. I don't care. It's one thing to be the owner of a thing and saying, no, I really meant to do this. It's like, no, you didn't. We're not stupid. We can read. So that's the one thing I don't like about her. Everything else, she seems like a fine person, so who cares?
Just wait 5 years and they'll say that they now need to reclaim Harry Potter.
Oh, bloody hell, whatever that means. Anyway, 2 minutes and a half, and that was a whole pile of bad jokes and crap. So, anyway.
Waste of time.
See what he has to say about aesthetics.
Harass anyone's stance is really the takeaway message from the video. J.K. Rowling said a lot of things that makes a lot of people dislike her. There were some allusions to anti-Semitism in Harry Potter.
Are you shitting me right now?
What? Because there's a 6-pointed star on the floor?
That is anti-Semitic because marble star on giant ground.
How is? Oh, it's because it's the
place with the money.
Yeah, but
it's the bank with the money gnomes.
Isn't the Wizarding World have a bunch of like pentagrams and magical artifacts and symbols?
Yes, they do. They do have a bunch of like stars on them.
Yeah. Gypsies, magical creatures.
I guess the 6-sided one is associated with Jews, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
No matter like what you're gonna do about it. Like especially in Japan, I think like it has some kind of value to it. But yeah, if you see it, it means that you're a Jew.
In fact, I would love to see some magic associated with religion in any of these stories. That'd be kind of cool just to see what their take on it.
I'm just like the 6-pointed star is associated inherently with the Jews. What? Just like the Nazi symbol, even though that was used for something else before the regime stole it.
Yes.
Or am I getting?
Well, I can see how people make the connection when you have more and more coincidences.
Yes, it was mirrored. Yeah, it was.
All right.
Did I get that? Did I get that right, or am I getting?
Yeah, you got it right.
Okay. There you go.
The religious symbol is about peace, so they just mirrored the one, and they use it for something completely different.
Okay.
Alrighty. Anyway, this is a really dumb take, but I just want to see that because it sounded stupid, and it was. So.
And Harry has some takes on Twitter that a lot of people are upset about for a transphobic reason. But
Wait.
Yeah, that. Are you going back?
Okay.
Thank you.
If sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the whatever of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to be meaningful to discuss their lives. Isn't hate to speak the truth. Okay, I see nothing wrong with that.
So far, no hate.
Yeah.
So far, it's
very reasonable person.
So far she's just speaking the truth.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
The idea that women like me, who have been empathetic to trans people for decades, feeling kinship because they're vulnerable in the same way as women, to male violence, hate trans people because they think sex is real, is lived consequences, is a nonsense. Okay? Fair enough.
I can agree with that as well.
I respect every trans person's right to live in any way that feels authentic and comfortable. I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I do not believe it's hateful to say so. There's nothing.
Yeah, there are no contradictions here. I have absolutely no idea how deranged you must be to interpret some sort of transphobia, however the term is defined now, is in here.
Yeah, imagine this was said by someone who, I don't know, you really dislike, like someone you think is absolute garbage. Like, imagine Vosh was writing this. You're like, okay, imagine Vosh wrote this. You'd be like, all right, fine, let's objectively read what he says.
Blind chick finds a corn.
Boss, or even someone like
J.K. Rowling was one of those people that like a lot of people hated on the right, especially because like she was completely nuts. Like it took her like some years to like realize that like, oh, the people that I was appealing to like suddenly turned all on me. Like, what am I gonna do? That was like a wake up call for her.
Yeah. You could say she found her spine in a way. The only thing to worry about is that very horrible behavior of the of these activists, these rainbow activists, is driving her into an extreme position that she wouldn't have had otherwise.
All right. Well, I don't know what the extreme position is because everything I've read from her seems pretty.
Well, she's because she's been associating with some hardcore feminists now.
Well, that's another story, I guess.
Yeah. But this year that sparked all the problem. There's nothing transphobic here, but from the point of view of the rainbow activists who are not trans, almost all of them are not trans. The people that claim to be are not, and they for them it is transphobic to acknowledge that biological sex exists, that there are sexual differences between the sexes. And to those people, I ask the question: what the fuck are we transitioning? If that doesn't exist, what the fuck are you talking about? And
because it's a mental illness, but they can't admit it because then it would be like it's totally normal to transition. Because there's a cause behind it.
No, it is not.
If it's all a social, the question is, if it's all a social construct, then one, why can't I construct it away if it is causing me so much pain? Just ignore it. And secondly, why would I still need to transition anything if biology isn't real?
Well, what I want is these people who say they are trans or whatever to actually go to their doctors and say, how did you determine this? If they even have gone to a doctor?
No, they have erased the diagnostic process.
Well, there is a diagnosis.
That's the point why there is a diagnostic process. It's just that, and we could have a better, much better one at this point because we have the scientific tools to measure, but the left has completely opposed any of this, and with the statement that that would erase trans identity.
That's
because
weird.
For them it is not about a medical condition that is verifiable. For them it is about an identity that you can choose. You can choose to be trans. It was years ago that they decided that it's not even necessary to have gender dysphoria in order to be trans.
Oh, that's foolish.
They basically redefined it as, well, trans is whoever transitions.
Yeah, if I was on the left and wanting to say this is a thing, I would want scientific data. I would want doctors that are psychiatrists and psychologists, because a psychiatrist will look at the person as a medical problem, whereas a psychologist will see it mostly as a mental problem.
Effectively, you need to go to a neurologist.
Oh, that would help even more. Yeah, I would want the whole gamut.
If we were able to use the modern tools that have been shown to be reliable, we would go to neurologists to get a diagnosis at this point.
But there's different stages of the brain, and I think you told me that some of these conditions actually you grow out of after like age 22, I think. It was like sort of the gender dysphoria can slowly recede. So
yeah, 4 out of 5 people who have the actual condition outgrow it.
Yeah. So
naturally, and that's healing. That's a cure. Waiting it out. Just sit down on your ass and wait.
Yeah, it's interesting. So if that were the case, I would want all the evidence possible. So it wouldn't even be an argument. I would just be like, yes, this is a thing. There it is. We have all this research. Yeah. We have all these people. Here are case studies. I don't need to talk to you. Let's go to Congress or whatever, and we can make this a thing that people are aware of. But they don't do that. So I'm like, why wouldn't you solidify that? Why does it have to be a legal issue regarding speech and not?
Because it's all relevant to their ideology. Do you know about the blank slate theory?
Oh God, let's not bring that up, please.
Yeah, but it's about that. They use the trans topic and twist the truth about it so that they have proof for their stupid debunked theory that doesn't work.
That is an antiquated Descartesian statement that was interesting philosophically. It's neat to think about, but then you actually study psychology for more than 2 minutes and you go, oh yeah, no, this isn't going to work.
Yeah, but it's a blank slate theory plus Hegelian dialectic gets you communism.
Really?
That's the core. That's the if you dig to the deepest foundation, that's what you find.
Maybe if you invert the Hegelian dialectic, but okay, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, but so the TLDR is basically all those trans activists that you see are not trans. They're not gender dysphoric. There are other things. Narcissists, borderliners, psychopaths, some sort of Münchhausen syndrome. They have some escapist issues. Maybe they're vulnerable, prone to social contagion. Whatever it is. But they are not dysphoric, and if you're not dysphoric, you don't need to transition. If you have some fetish and want to do that anyway, well, that's a luxury for grown-ups.
Fair enough. Okay.
This is so, and the people with the rare condition are so bloody rare. They couldn't form a movement if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And they don't, because the goal, if you do decide to transition, is to pass and have a quiet life. And that means no spotlight seeking and not telling anyone that you're trans, because what you want is to, well, pass. To not have anyone know that you are, because that is what an easy life is for you and for everyone else. So everyone who's making a journey of being trans or a party of it, you can assume is likely not. Which is probably everyone.
This all came because J.K. Rowling said that, like, you shouldn't call people that menstruate.
Oh dear!
Instead of just calling them women.
This
is all because of that.
Yeah.
Let's not get into
That's
details.
one of the many things.
Anyway, let's go to Super Chat here from Silk Fox, I believe. Thank you, sir. The Goblin Bank scene was filmed in the Australia House in London. Okay. The 6-pointed star represents the 6 states of Australia. Ooh.
No.
What a coinkydink.
Nothing to do with any... I thought it was the fancy-looking marble floor, but no, it's actually it represents something.
Well, we have to ask the question, who made the decision to choose this set?
The producer?
If it was described like, oh, in the bank there's a 6-pointed star on the floor in the marble. I haven't read the books because I never liked Harry Potter as a kid. If that is written in there, you may have a point. Whoever chose the set, however, is then responsible for this, because those people might have seen this or wanted to convey a message. Whether J.K. Rowling was involved in that, I don't know. Do you?
All right. Well,
that's the question.
Let's get on with his points. He hasn't made it yet, but hopefully we're having a conversation, or at least a commentary on aesthetics.
We're trying to with a meager 8 minutes.
Yeah. Well, he's getting there. I have faith.
But then again, Rick and Morty has a game that a lot of people are playing even today without any pushback.
It's a game?
And Justin Roiland, the creator of Rick and Morty, has been allegedly grooming minors and sending really sus text messages. Dog, when I saw the leaked text message of him saying, you should just run away from home and go into sex slavery, you effing stupid F-slur bitch, JK, I was a little bit mortified about that situation. I will not lie. Rick and Morty has been my favorite animated show for years now. And,
that answers so many of my questions about you.
Well, if it's
you don't have to speak more on that. We can just move on. Like, we know exactly what this person is.
So Justin Roiland is the Bean King?
He is.
That was a self-insert?
Yeah, probably. I don't care.
Oh, dear. But, well, Justin Roiland gets a pass because he's a raging lefty.
So maybe he says this because he really likes Rick and Morty, doesn't like what the creator said, and therefore he's going to say, well, you should be able to disconnect the quality of the media from the artist. Yeah. It's like, yes, you should.
Yeah, but look, Justin Roiland doesn't get a mob at him because, first, he's a lefty. Second, he's a pedo. The left is fine with pedos. The left is promoting pedophilia. Excusing it, justifying it, promoting it, trying to normalize it has been for over a century. That's not even an open secret. That's just a fact. Right. So why would they be pissed at him?
Anyway, 3 minutes in, nothing yet. But again, I have faith. It's a short video. He's got to say something quick.
Yeah.
Only 5 minutes left.
Not someone that I necessarily look up to even a little. Overwatch is an incredibly popular game done by Blizzard, and Blizzard had all sorts of scandals where lots of sexual harassment's been done by Blizzard employees over.
Yeah, thanks for stating the obvious.
I just like the image of woman holding sign "Women Voices Matter" while wearing a coof mask.
This is big companies have big problems because of all the people in them. That's fine. Blizzard, Activision, EA, you name it. There's all kinds.
Blizzard and Riot and all these things. They
exactly.
started to foster this SJW bullshit within their companies, pander to it, and that is what gets all these horrible people in. It attracts them like moths to a flame. And but at least from Blizzard, we got these funny, creepy but funny stories of that one guy who was stealing mother's milk from the fridge of another employee.
Oh dear. Anyway.
And repeatedly, not just once.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, he stole. So it's not just weird in some way. He's basically stole food from an infant. That's the atrocious thing.
Okay.
The really atrocious thing.
Right, okay. Hopefully he'll have a legal issue to bring up, but I don't know where he's going with talking about Blizzard, but fine. Again, I have hopes.
Kenshin is an anime that I really liked, and this was maybe the first interaction I had with this question, the art versus the artist, because the creator of Rurouni Kenshin was outed as a alleged pedophile. So that was really difficult.
Not alleged.
The story actually improved my childhood, yet at the same time, this man ruined a lot of people's childhoods. You want to boot up Genshin Impact, play some Genshin Impact. Recently, a voice actor for one of the characters was outed as a groomer. And by recently, I mean like within the last week. Walt Disney was a incredibly infamous anti-Semite as well.
No, he was not.
This is not like hidden knowledge. This is pretty basic stuff.
Welcome back.
No, this is
It's a blatant
this is
lie.
plain propaganda that you just gobbled up.
Mr. Disney?
Are the Jews gone yet?
No.
Put me back in.
The amount of pedophiles.
He's an anti-Semite. Hey, look at this Family Guy clip. I will prove it to you. Okay, moving on. I'm rambling again. This is fucking garbage. How the fuck can people like this kind of shit?
Is this like you listen to like Jon Stewart to get your politics? This guy just watches.
Yeah, exactly. That's a really good analogy. Yeah.
He's not substantiating his stuff much. He's half of it. He's just using funny clips.
It's just amazing that like people just buy into this shit. Like they don't require any kind of reasoning. That like, hey, is this true? No, anyway, like here's some funny meme for you guys, and then
because all he needs to say, because all he needs to tell his non-thinking audience is, well, this is super obvious. Everybody knows this. Whoa. And then
where does his point begin and where does it end?
I want to know.
It never comes in.
Was this
He
guy
just like enters like something in 5 seconds and like moves on.
Yeah, was this guy 2 years ago promoting the COVID vaccines? Like he was like really gung ho for the like months and months, just like guys gotta get your vaccine.
I know, but apparently he only created his account in 2020 July. So yes, it's probably doing something like that. Yeah.
For anyone wondering, the short version is Walt Disney was not an anti-Semite. He was not pro-Nazis. He was not a fascist. He was instead anti-communist and calling out the communist bullshit in his era, and that especially towards Hollywood. And that, of course, got him the standard slander treatment that you know from, well, the modern day, where the left slanders you with every word in the book. Nazi, anti-Semite, fascist, you name it. And that's what he got. They tried to cancel him. And all these stupid allegations, they stuck. Because they wanted to get rid of him. And, by the way, the commies will never admit that they are actually always anti-Semites. Because that's core of their religion.
Okay, moving on.
All right.
Yep.
That movies are funneling money to is insane. So going to complain about one game in particular on Twitter, which is run by a guy that also makes fun of pronoun on your phone, which is made by...
Yes, because pronouns are stupid.
What's wrong with doing...
You are an idiot for believing, the communists, that the pronouns are in any way relevant to real trans people.
What if...
They're only relevant to virtue signaling ass cunts.
What if he makes jokes about little children or paper airplanes or windmills or anything? Like, what's wrong with making jokes? You saying Elon Musk or anyone on Twitter
because
can't make
there's protected groups, and protected groups must not be made fun of.
I'm quite sure he was really enthusiastic about buying Twitter because he wanted it to be this freedom of speech platform for everyone to talk, because it wasn't. And he saw the problems and he fixed it. And I don't know about you, but I'm really happy he did. It's not perfect right now. There's some bugs that's popping up, I've noticed. but it's a lot better than it was last year. It's a lot more open.
I'm happy for the leaks that happened due to it.
Well, that's another bonus. That was crazy. And they're still coming out.
That was the best thing. Oh, it's actually all controlled by the Gooberman. Damn.
Who saw that coming?
Oh, they wanted to brainwash us all and just censor information and feed us bullshit.
I do remember a video right before he bought it. It was this video of a girl who worked at Twitter, and she's saying, "This is my day in the life of Twitter." And she goes in, "Oh, I feel like a smoothie. I'll go get a smoothie. Oh, I'm going to wait."
Yes.
It was all this dumb nonsense of the most privileged job you've ever seen. And she just had free shit given to her every time. She had maybe 5 meetings or whatever it was. She did 0 work. I was like, how do you do this? How do you facilitate someone's life doing nothing?
I personally believe that Twitter and all these other Californian companies that ran on government money, because Twitter ran on government money, that was all tax money, and that they just kept these girls that effectively do nothing,
Project
and just give them wonderful food all the time, and massages and the relaxation rooms where they can relax from work during work hours. They just kept them as harem girls.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they only had them to walk around and look pretty. Because that's all they did.
All right.
Anyway.
China.
Slave, basically child slave labor.
Based.
It makes this an incredibly large issue. There are a lot of really evil people in this world, and frankly, it hurts me to even think about it. Now, before getting into the rest of the art versus the artist question, I want to talk about a different and much more modern iteration of art versus the artist. Welcome to the modern year of 2023, where YouTubers are all scammers. Do you enjoy a YouTuber's content when, they scam their audience? Over the last year, I could name you just off the top of my head 10 crypto scams done by massive influencers. Logan Paul, one of the biggest YouTubers on the...
Hey, this bitch ass is talking about scamming, but like he's not even like 5 minutes into this 8-minute video, and the title is "Can you separate the art from the artist?" I don't care about scamming. Stay on the fucking topic, you bitch. What is this guy? Like this, I know some people with ADHD, but this is like going off the rails.
Yeah. It's definitely not autism.
No, this is autism, coffee, Red Bull, and all of the chemicals combined to create this zoomer.
ADHD.
It is autism and ADHD.
This is not autism.
Don't pay attention.
This is the ultimate form.
Anything you learn in school. Forget essay format. Forget staying on topic. Just randomly say nonsense because you like animation and Twitter, I guess, whatever this guy is about.
Okay, if it is autism, it is bad, unrefined autism.
Okay, well.
The planet. Like the biggest streamer on the planet, Aiden Ross, one of the biggest streamers on the planet.
I don't know any of these people.
The biggest esport
I show Speedy as a massive
moron. The list goes on and on and on and on. And I just mentioned a bunch of the famous ones. How can you go back to enjoying their content when they're outed as bad people? And I'm just talking about scams. I'm not talking about other crimes. Dude, you know how many YouTubers were grooming minors? Like, oh my god. Can you enjoy your favorite Minecraft YouTuber's Minecraft Let's Play when you know that behind the scenes he's all down into different types of minors? Now, I find it much easier to discuss when it's talking about
that was a good pun.
Because YouTubers are their art. They're promoting themselves for the most part. When I make a video with my personality in it, people are watching it because of my personality. And if
are you serious?
Turns out to be something evil,
you think your personality is worth anything?
People want to distance themselves.
Apparently it is. Like, come on, like he has 2 million subs. Actually, like this is a alternative account of his.
Can you imagine?
Like, this isn't even his main account. He actually has over 2 million subs.
Really? Can you imagine this guy at a bar?
Impressionable girls
at a bar talking like this? I'd be slowly edging away from this fellow.
I can't stand his voice. I don't know, but like
I bet it's like, all.
He just says whatever is on his mind without any repulse.
I bet it's all 14-year-old girls.
I don't get it.
No brains.
This for? Who watches this guy? What's the appeal?
14-year-old girls. Impressionable idiots.
A weird-looking VTuber dude that says random shit is entertaining. Okay, I mean maybe.
Look, he's a demon cutie boy. Of course, it's girls that he's appealing to.
Whatever. This is weird. Anyway, his personality's so great. Okay.
3 minutes, Smud.
And I used to enjoy that now, ever since I've seen some heinous actions that they've done, whether public or behind the scenes, I can no longer watch their content. And that's because when it comes to the discussion of art versus artist in the social media sphere,
YouTubers aren't artists.
Sportscasters aren't artists either. That's why when they do shit, they get removed pretty quickly because people don't want to watch them. It's like the G4 thing. What was her name? Frosk?
Oh, good lord. G4 is such a joke.
Yeah, you just whoever watched that didn't want to watch that afterwards after she blew that shit up.
I saw it 12 years ago and I thought that's fine, whatever. And then it just went to retard land and you're like, okay, that's
yeah,
fine.
because there are different forms of art and that is not one of them.
I have nothing wrong with people who do video game commentary and they do video game shows. Like back in the day, I used to watch a few of them. That's fine. Being a reviewer is part of that. Criticizing, going to shows, meeting the people who make games. That's great. Once you start getting personal, you've sort of forgot why you're doing this. You're there for the love of the game. You're not there to bitch and moan about how much of a female or person you are. That's not how you do it. You know, Walter Cronkite did not certainly say, wow, I'm a really great father and a Christian and I love my wife. It's like, what the hell? Like, okay, Walter, it's good for you. Can you please be the objective, good news reporter you always were?
No, it's in the entertainment sector, where you can maybe see the argument is when a musician, a composer, does something atrocious, I may not like the guy anymore, but the music's still good. When an entertainer, however, if it's an entertainer on stage, I will probably not go to live concerts anymore of that person.
Right.
There's a difference, and then wanting to watch future stuff on screen of that person.
That's interesting.
That's the difference.
That's interesting because I knew friends who went to go see Cosby in Niagara Falls, and that was during the trial. Like he was performing while he was going. Like, there was a bunch of trials. I don't remember which one it was, but this is before he was convicted, so there was no actual legal reason to think he was a bad person, even though there's all this bloody evidence and all these things that seemed to point that he was a bad person. But people loved watching him. People loved going to see him, and he had to say at the start of every show, he's like, you know what? Because there were people that were complaining and protesting, what have you. He was like, everyone has the right for free speech. You can say whatever you want about myself. Hope you guys still have a good time. Hope you're entertained. And he was just being as upfront as possible. And people loved the show. It's the same with what's that guy that got canceled, that comedian that was very famous for exposing himself to a bunch of other ladies in his dressing room or whatever. He came back. Obviously his crime is nowhere near as bad as Cosby's, but he's back. So yes,
if we go by that, then all of Hollywood would be unwatchable.
Oh yeah, all the dirty.
If we knew everything,
for sure. Yeah, it would be like horrible people doing horrible things to others, trying to make media. God knows what kind of relationships they've had over the years. But it's really none of our business. Like this is all like gossip rag sort of level of detail that I don't think anyone really cares, but I'm sure there's women out there who do.
Copper Owl says it's guys like this why I stopped watching anime.
Really?
Dude, that's don't
associate him with anime, please.
Yeah.
Louis CK, thanks guys. That was the guy.
Yeah.
Anyway. Jeez, 2 minutes left. Holy crap, dude. All of these guys are horrible at what they do. This is amazing.
Vapid.
It's definitely so much more tangible personality, and that is the art that they're selling. It becomes so much more difficult when the art is completely and utterly disassociated from the creator. That's when it becomes really difficult.
Why? What?
No, that's when it becomes easy.
What the hell is he just... Did you understand the words that just came out of your mouth, sir?
It's the other way around. The further it's away from
Is
the
English
original
grammar
creator,
different
the
in
easier it
Canadian?
is.
The title of this video is "Can you separate art from the artist?" But it's really hard when they're actually separated. You're like, what?
What does disassociate mean? I never had 4th grade English lessons. Mom, can you explain?
Let me
I
rewind
think
that.
this guy's mind is in a perpetual
let's
state
go
of
back. Let's go back.
disassociation
Let's
from
go
his
back.
body.
This is crazy.
Art versus artist in the social media sphere, it's definitely so much more tangible for a content creator or a personality, and that is the art that they're selling. It becomes so much more difficult when the art is completely and utterly disassociated from the creator. That's when it becomes really difficult.
That's
He said it.
He's completely
I can't
insane.
believe it. Is this AI? Maybe it's an AI.
Is this
It's like
like-
An
he
AI
releases a
wouldn't make
video
this-
every day.
Are you asking?
An AI wouldn't make a
Mistake.
an error like on this level.
Well, you would have to ask like your chat GPT to say, do the exact opposite of a rational argument and make massive mistakes in your thesis.
So suddenly ChatGPT 3 deletes itself from the internet.
I don't deserve to exist. Oh boy! All right, well we can stop there. That was the kill shot for me. That was like, holy
Yeah.
God!
I think I had enough. Like I feel like
He has
the alcohol didn't kill me, so this
this is the first thing he said about aesthetics, and it's completely illogical.
I got caffeine for this.
Yeah.
You need like 10% of your power, Wisp. You don't need 15%. What are you talking about?
My God.
Oh my goodness! What a waste of time.
Dear God. Any memes whatsoever.
There's probably nothing. This
isn't even my final form.
No, not by basic. I didn't even boot up to level 0.
All right. This is the 7th.
0.
Thank you, Legacy. Here we go. Fan. No, you effing stupid. That's not what the author meant. Author, yes, I did. Fan, death of the author. What?
And then author. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, so the argument is my opinion is correct because the death of the author, even if the author says it. Okay, there is some validity to this, but if you show it like that, then I'm like, oh God. Please stop. Calm down. Intentions. Trying to read people's intentions is silly. All right, so here's the... this was Australian government that... What did someone say in the chat?
Something related to Australia, yes.
Okay. Illuminati confirmed Doritos.
That is exactly
That's
real.
Triangles, man.
Who eats junk food these days? I don't know, but is that the new logo or an old logo?
I have some salt and vinegar chips in front of me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. I haven't paid attention.
Really? It's just all triangles ever?
Yeah. Video game donkey.
Yes.
No, I don't want to watch.
Nope. Palette cancer? Are you mad, man?
Harry Potter
No
and
way.
the formidable
Palette destroyer, more like it.
the forbidden game. I don't really care what Donkey has to say about it. Thanks. What do we got here? Artist, their art. Okay. Artist, their art.
That is Miyazaki, yes.
I was gonna say, but who's that on the right?
Oh, yeah.
Junji.
The guy,
Yeah.
Junji Ito.
the guy with the swirls.
Oh, Junji Ito.
It's so good.
The one with the spirals.
Oh, yeah, Junji Ito's the Uzumaki guy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's Uzumaki.
Oh, yeah, because I immediately recognized that as Uzumaki. What the fuck?
Well, the girl, yeah, that's for sure.
Also, Jesus, small.
Oh, that's way too small. I'm not gonna even squint. Give me a
Yeah,
higher
the
res.
line from Miyazaki is like,
Here
fuck
we go.
that.
War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. The penist individual who raped you is a woman. Is she right? Is she right?
Yeah. She actually said
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, that is the mockery of the left, because
That's perfect.
you have people who suddenly in court, after they rape people, suddenly in court decide that they're trans so that they get get sent to women's prisons.
It's nice to have a writer quote.
Totally not suspicious.
Yeah, it's nice to have a writer quote another writer to make fun of someone. That's great. I love it. Oh.
Here's your gender.
You're lucky you got here in time. We only have 2 left. The
only 2 that matter.
What we got here? Oh, who wants to read this?
Ooh, a Harry Potter game. Little Bobby, no! Careful, that's risky. Why? It's just a video game about magic and wizards. No, Bobby, not according to the internet.
Oh, yes.
A definitive statement about your political and moral values, and it just turns out to be paper mache.
All right. I've pre-ordered Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm really excited to play it. Peter, J.K. Rowling is a TERF and says stuff against the trans community. I just told you, I've already bought it. Harry, you don't need to sell it to me.
Yes.
Yes.
That's when he's.
Yep.
Isn't that when he's a Venom?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
It's based.
Well, he doesn't have it. Well, he doesn't have the black suit on him at the moment.
Okay.
You know by the hairstyle.
Okay. Trans community 5th grade biology book. It's afraid.
It's afraid.
Yep.
And,
community.
Okay, I could.
Oh, this is great. I love this.
I get
love
behind this.
this.
Yeah,
This is beautiful.
I like it.
Where is this? I want to visit this museum.
What with Japanese? What are they called? Line prints? What are they called? Wood prints? What are they called? There's a certain
Something
name
or
for
other.
style. I can't remember the name. Anyway, Japan is a fun place. Teacher, make an artwork that shows how you feel. Art skill in my mind. Actual art. That's pretty good. Never mind.
Yeah,
It's close. Yeah.
It does convey the emotion.
You got the proportions right. You got the idea right. If that was, what is
You
that?
got the absolute despair right.
Yeah, no. If that was, I think that's pencil crayons, but that's pretty good. Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft when he can't find his cat and has to call for it.
How can I say the word?
Ha ha. Separate the art from the artist starter pack. Michael Jackson, Fez, Call of Cthulhu, Harry Potter, Earthworm Jim. What's Earthworm Jim? What happened there?
Danny Phantom.
Well, he scammed people.
Oh boy.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. What was it that it was going to be supposedly for a new game, but it wasn't real because he scammed people or something like that.
That and delays, and the other one is that he was associated with the Comicsgate community, and then all of a sudden they had enough of his bullshit, and they then he decided to turn on them full on force.
Okay.
And dragging more people into this shit.
Does
It's a long story.
I only remember him showing up in the Comicsgate sphere.
What about?
That was a long time ago.
What about?
Yeah, I missed the part where he imploded.
I'm kind of curious because they showed Dragon Quest, so I was about to say Akira Toriyama, but I think there's more to it than just the artist.
Yeah, Toriyama is the most chill dude ever.
Probably something with the studio instead.
Yeah, that's a lot of people involved. So
Square Enix.
Originally Enix, but yeah, I want to know what that specifically 6, or maybe it's just in general. I don't know.
What happened to Danny Phantom?
Butch Hartman.
Butch Hartman. Well, the show itself, it ended. It's so it's mainly Butch Hartman, yes.
Yeah, and Mad Max, those guys are pretty cool. I don't know what happened there.
Do you want to look again and see
Mel
what
Gibson?
Mad Max is
Mel
on there?
Gibson.
No, but it's Fury Road. Those are the guys that produced and directed it. Mel Gibson had nothing to do with that.
Exactly.
That's the point.
Ren and Stimpy.
Well, the creator of Ren and Stimpy is famously someone who you don't want to associate with. It's just he's the people that was also doing voices, they had enough of him because he kept being extremely rude to everyone associated as the staff. And the other thing is that he had ridiculous demands of the quality of the show because he's a perfectionist. Because he's a really good animator himself, but like he's extremely critical, and he doesn't take like anything less than perfection.
I see.
Yeah, that doesn't yet make me hate the guy for not and to not like
you
his
should
art.
look
It's
into
just-
some interviews, like how he talks with people. It's like it's gotta become like very apparent why
Okay.
they
Well,
don't want to
the
work with him.
only other one I'm curious about is Minecraft. So I'm guessing Notch or
Notch is very openly gonna say whatever is on his mind. Like
Yeah.
he's more right wing, but it's strangely enough he lives in LA, but I don't know how.
well, after his $1 billion, I mean, he can do
Yeah.
whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
auto turrets?
Auto turrets.
Probably auto turrets.
Okay. What's happening here? Hogwarts Legacy. What am I missing?
That is a deep joke.
All right. Separate the art from the artist Skeletor. What? That's impossible, He-Man. What is the art he's carrying?
I don't know.
Is he trying to like cross it out or something? I don't get it. I don't know. Interesting, but okay.
Oh, which one are we looking at?
The Skeletor He-Man one.
Oh,
I don't know what the picture is about.
I am not smart enough for this meeting.
Yeah, I don't know the
no.
reference.
Maybe next time we're gonna find out.
All right, Rule 46. I don't know what Rule 46 is, but no Chickenux Taku.
I can agree with that. Thank you, Kyle.
You sure it's
I
not
don't.
Order 46?
I don't know. I don't want to know, but it doesn't make sense.
Because the guy is called Nuxtaku. Like, but
Yes.
he's right regardless.
The cringe, it's too strong. Well, the guy was a waste. I'm not going to be cringy over it. I'm just going to be questioning his point in life, not his videos. Butch Hartman has traced art before.
Yeah, get it? Because fuck Japan. Am I right?
I'm not sure that counts as that.
But I can't say
That's-
it. It's lazy for like the person
Yeah,
like him to
yeah,
like do something.
I wouldn't call that traced. I would just call that painted after.
Maybe.
But look at Ranma's left hand. He put the thumb on the wrong side. He mistook the pinky finger for the thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Oops.
a retard.
And there's another example of Attack on Titan, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
If that's his tracing, then that is damn pathetic.
Well, there's not a light table, so it's probably just referencing.
I had
don't
an
think like he
improvised
even
light
knows the
table when I
show. He
was
just
a
like
kid.
looked up like something online and then.
Yeah.
But though like the left one looks more like a fan art.
What is this?
I just think this is weak.
Well, more
Oh,
memes.
there's more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very weak.
Your Honor, I don't understand. I'm not a robot. How could I possibly charge with battery? Har, har, har.
What?
a pun.
Adam Carricker? A child ripped up their allowance because he wasn't happy with the amount. His mom walked out of a room and saw this. What would you do if this was your child's behavior? Keep it and give him a piece of it anytime he asks for money.
Oh, that's good.
That's weird.
Nitpick in the first text. Why does it start with child, their allowance, and then it's only his? Why do you need the neutral pronoun when you go male pronoun afterwards anyway? I don't understand people. It's just my point of the pronoun stuff is bullshit.
Sir, we've decrypted the secret Nazi communications. We can see their chatter. Bloody hell. Go on then. What are they saying? Aska is best girl. Well, she is German. I mean, it's...
The fuck is this thing?
Yeah, I don't know this episode.
I get it. It
I
has
have
to be
not seen the Harry
Potter.
Potter Simpsons episode.
Me neither.
All right. There's
The
more.
fuck?
What is this? Draw me as a superhero, and you may be featured in one of my Comic-Con videos on YouTube. Tag me and use this hashtag. What?
In your art style, or can we make more unique? Anything goes. Anything?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Okay.
I have Christ inside me, and Christ is inside my shows, but you never hear about Christ in my shows, but you feel him.
Oh God, no.
Cosmo giving birth to Poof?
And this is official, by the way.
This is a
Because-
frame in the show.
Yes,
They
for
have an
some reason they
They have an
introduced.
Mpreg episode.
For some reason they established in the show that the male fairies are the ones that get,
So it's an Mpreg episode.
Eh. Although ironically, there's also anti-fairies where for them it works normal for some fucking reason.
Notch and J.K. Rowling creating phenomenal franchises but getting excluded from their own creations? Is she excluded? I thought she was involved.
Well, they try to.
Well, did she sell it?
Rowling still gets the royalties.
Well, no,
she
but
said it before.
That's one thing. But I mean,
Yeah, but they try to erase the connection to her.
yeah, but did she sell?
You will
it?
see more of that. You will see
No,
more
she
of that in
has
the coming
not
years.
sold it. Like she's still like the sole owner of that franchise.
We're talking about like she wasn't George Lucas. She wasn't like Notch.
No. She's actually like the most smartest businesswoman in that respect.
Yeah. She
And like,
has creative control. She could say, "I want to jump in." If she wants to sign a contract like that, she's allowed to do that. So
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
it's just like with the Hogwarts Legacy. Like she just said, like she doesn't care.
Yeah, that's fair. Like Neil Gaiman does stuff creatively with his shows now because they allowed him in the room.
Yeah, but he's retarded though.
That's the problem.
But gone retarded.
It's kind of like, Neil, stop being you for like 2 seconds and think about what you've done for the past 20 years. Nothing.
But
Please.
social justice, Mod. We gotta show the message.
It's like, dude, people want the thing you made 30 years ago. Just put that on the screen. It's all you have to do. That's it. You don't have
And
to
people
change
are
it.
happy.
It's,
Yeah, and there's enough progressive shit in there already.
Yeah, if it was like a technical detail, like he got some, like, oh, I wish her hair was a different color, but that would have made like more sense to me. Like little things he wished he did. Like I saw a lot of those mistakes in The Sandman, where the art style of, let's say, Lucifer was way different in later episodes, or things they did to his character. It's like that would have made a lot more sense if he didn't do some of that stuff. That would have been something I would like, hey, that's fair. Go ahead. Like, clean it up so that it progresses naturally in the next chapter and Lucifer is not reneging on what he just said. That would be great. He went completely opposite direction, saying, no, we need more women. We need more gays. We need more female actors who are gay. And you're like, I don't. Why? There's no reason.
To shoot more porn.
I really don't know. Hope you like it. That's Ranma?
That's Ranma.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's
By Wolfboy wrote that hell, even a fan can imitate Hartman's art style way better than Hartman himself.
Just ask Midjourney. Take 5 seconds. Kyogre is a hideout again. Ironically, Butch is a Christian, but he's part of a very weird, obscure, cultish branch of Christianity.
So he's a heretic.
Where's the meme?
Well, it's just a comment.
He's just giving us his comments without super chain. What a fraud!
How dare
How
you?
dare
sir?
you? You're hijacking the system. Smart man.
Smart, but not doing us anything.
I'm gonna do the same.
Okay, this is a really. Oh my god!
At least Kyogre's hideout is paying.
I know, but Mark, what have you done?
This is what the fucking video made me do.
You have ruined that game for the rest of us
This
forever.
is terrifying. Why is she T-posing? What is happening? What's a doll? Oh shit! It's a doll.
Did you make that?
No, I'm not capable of this.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I was
There's
scared
more.
for a second.
That was like some background crazy. Like, no, it's just some disgusting looking character with an Ibis doll.
Like a while ago, it was March 5th, and like that's like the Persona 3 date. If like spoilers, and, like somebody posted this art, and I was like, oh god, I have to save this. This has to be seen by Smud. I have to ruin it for him.
Yeah, no, I really love Persona 3, and seeing that is just terrifying. Man.
Watch Smiling Friends. It's a good show.
It's
Way more entertaining than this one.
That probably.
Anyway, that was a quick
repulsive.
video, and we cut it short. It was that bad.
Thanks for the memes. It saved the stream.
See, yeah, the
At least
memes
we
are
did
great.
it. At least we did an hour.
That was the most redeeming thing that we have seen.
Yeah.
today.
Now I'm traumatized by Mark's last meme.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Oh god, I have to go back to writing. Like I don't want to feel bad. Go downstairs and get some scotch or something. Feel better. Anyway,
But here's another one.
no, we're done. I'm not going back. Anyway, thanks guys. Bad video, but thanks for the suggestion either way. Thanks for voting. And this could have been an anime day when I think about it, because this guy is technically part of the anime world.
I discard him. I will take away his otaku card forever.
Yes.
He can never see any weep things from
I
now
second
on.
that.
I don't know. If this is all he's got, this is obviously compared to his sub counter. This is only 40-something thousand odd views out of a 60 plus.
Yes.
Yeah. That's sad, but what a bad video. What a silly video. If you're going to argue aesthetics, get your facts right. Don't start your topic 6 minutes in and don't say contradictory logic when you start. This is dumb.
I'm starting to think some YouTubers share a single brain cell.
Well, they're popular. Someone's got to watch this shit. So,
Yeah.
you know, they're doing something right for someone. Are they a clown? Are they laughing at him? Are they laughing with him? I don't know, and I don't really care. Anyway,
We're laughing at him, and that's all that matters.
we're just disappointed. Anyway, thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day, and keep the suggestions coming. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Hogwarts Legacy.